My name is Paul Meizel. I'm with New Penn Financial, and Jimmy's asked me to speak today. We're partners in the sense that he works directly with the client, and I'm one of the lenders that he works with that helps him fund the loans and structure the loans. I met Jim a little while ago, and I could tell that he's honest and sincere and caring, and he's passionate about what he does, and that's why I like to partner with him. So together we could help get financing for different things. So he asked me to speak about jumbo loans, and there are different types of jumbo loans. A lot of people hear jumbo and they think like a big loan amount, like millions of dollars. That's part of it. That's outside the normal box of your traditional Fannie Freddie stuff. That's part of it, where we could do loans up to $3 million. So if they have excellent credit and it's a bigger loan amount than your normal stuff, that's one aspect that we could do up to $3 million. There's also other things that are called jumbo, even though you may not think jumbo, because it may not be a jumbo loan amount. For example, there's bank statement programs. A lot of people nowadays are self-employed and they don't show the traditional stuff on a tax return, which if you go through the agencies, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, etc., they don't meet those traditional guidelines, so you can use bank statements to qualify if you're self-employed. They're not for everybody. It's not like the old Wild West that we had a few years ago, where you could do with a W-2 and qualify with no income check or whatever. It's basically you have to be at least 25% self-employed in a business, have to be in business for a couple of years. You have to have decent credit. It doesn't have to be great, but it has to be decent. And we have programs that you could qualify based on your deposits in your account. So that's another avenue of jumbos that we do. Then there's jumbos for other things, where if people don't meet traditional W-2 or self-employed tax return income, but they have a lot of assets. We have asset depletion programs, which are considered jumbo as well. So I've run across a number of people that they have millions of dollars in the bank, good for them, and they can use that stream as a stream of income to help them qualify. Then there's also jumbo aspects as interest only. Some people want interest only to keep your payment down, or because you're going to sell the property in a few years, you don't care if you want to pay off any principal. Then I spoke to some people that they're into investment properties. So we have a jumbo product strictly for investment properties, where we don't look at the borrower's income or employment situation at all. As long as the rent on the property is more than your mortgage expense, you qualify. So that's another avenue for people, and you can own up to 15 investment properties. Whereas traditional agency products, you can own with Fannie, I believe, 10, and Freddie, 6 finance properties. This one you can own up to 15 properties. Even if you don't need the aspect to qualify just on the rent roll, you can qualify traditionally. If you own 13 properties, you may have to go this way. Also, that jumbo allows you to close in an LLC. So if you have a 1 to 4 unit property in the name of LLC, you can close it that way, where you can't do that normally with traditional mortgages. Also, for jumbos, like I said, it doesn't have to be a high jumbo amount, but it could be maybe your credit isn't pristine. You've had a bankruptcy or a foreclosure within the last few years. So these programs allow a little more flexibility, in some cases a lot more flexibility, that you can get those loans now instead of waiting traditional 7 years, for example, if you had a foreclosure through Fannie Mae. We have programs you could do 1 year out of bankruptcy and 2 years out of foreclosure. So there's a lot of jumbo things, and basically, what I would do is direct you to Jimmy, and he could, get your scenario and structure it. He could call me for help structuring it, because I don't work directly with, borrowers. I work with, like, the Jims and Jims of the world, and so I would help them structure a loan, figure out what they fit into, and, help you kind of place the loan. Questions? Yes.
So for the investment loan you're talking about, are you looking for a certain percentage of free cash flow?
So the one where you qualify based on just the rent roll?
Right.
As long as 100% of the rents are $1 more than your PITI, then you qualify. That's really it. So it's a really good program. And again, it's not going to be your traditional rates, a little higher, but what I found is people don't care about the rates at that point. They're able to close an LLC. They're able to qualify without their income. They want to get the loan. Yes?
And what do you want as a down payment for something like that?
Something like that, we can go as low as 20% down. Yeah, it's going to depend on the FICO, the loan amount, stuff like that, but we can go as low as 20% down. I'll show my age and put this on real quick. So we call that our smart vest, where you can go up to $1.5 million on that. Yep, 20% down on a purchase. And all these jumbos, we can go 1 to 4 units, and you could go cash out, investment property, except for the investment when we qualify just on the rent. Well, that's only investment property. Everything else we can do primary, second home, and investment property. So there's a lot of flexibility in these things. Anybody else have any questions or anything? Jimmy?
That's one of the good things about working with a mortgage broker, right? Because they give you avenues to resources to cash to fulfill some of the requirements that you always try to seek. Where banks will tell you no, and mortgage brokers will tell you yes, because we're going to find solutions. We have multiple lenders that we can go to, tap into. Some are better than others, but that's our job. That's what you give us the responsibility of doing, giving you a product so where you can capture your whatever you're looking for to customize your needs. And therefore, I always feel brokers will always give you that flexibility, and that's what First Lenders is about, making sure we capture whatever you're looking for to give you that particular product so you can live and capture others in their lives.